In this exercise, we will create this video. I'm gonna play it one more time. I go to After Effects, New Composition. This time I'm gonna set the duration to 7 seconds. Okay, right click, import file. I go to exercise 25. I select both images and click on import. I go to this image, drag and drop. That's the first thing. And then I'm gonna create a black solid. To do that, click here, layer, new, and solid. I'm gonna choose the color black and click on OK. Okay, one more time. Now we have a black solid, as you see. I'm gonna press T to bring the opacity, and I'm gonna change this from 100 to 70. Press enter. This is exactly what we wanted. I'm gonna bring the Adidas logo like this. I press Control and I'm gonna place it right here in the middle. Now I'm gonna create a text. I go to Type tool. I'll make one click. I'm gonna write impossible in all cap. I'm gonna select this text. I'm gonna choose the color white. I'm gonna make the size 110. Arial font, and I'm gonna make the font style very thick. I'm gonna choose black like this. Selection tool. I'm gonna go to paragraph, make sure we have center text selected. I'm gonna press Control and place the text right here. Now I'm gonna duplicate it, Control D. I'm gonna put this under. I'm gonna press Shift to stay on the same vertical line like this. And back to Type tool. I'm gonna modify this text. I'm gonna write is nothing. Selection tool. I'm gonna go back to this text, impossible, and I'm gonna click here, swap fill and stroke. Now we have none for the fill and we have a white stroke. I'm gonna make it a little bit thicker. I think 3 is good. I'm gonna try 5. I think this is too much. I think thickness of 3 looks good. Now we have everything we need. We can start animating. I'm gonna start by this logo. I'm gonna place the cursor right here at 1 second. I go to the Adidas logo. I press P to bring the position. I think I'm gonna put the playhead right here, 3 seconds. I click on the stopwatch of the position. Now I go back to 1 second. This is much faster. And then I move the logo right here. I press Shift like this. We don't want it to go up or down. I'm gonna leave it. Now I play. We have this animation. I'm gonna select these keyframes. F9 to easy ease. I'll go to the graph editor. Of course, make sure edit speed graph is selected. I click here and I'm gonna move this handle all the way to the left. Now the animation is gonna start fast and then slows down. Let's play. One more time. I think this looks good. Now I'm gonna leave the graph editor and I'm gonna animate the text. Let's start with this one. But first I want to show you a new option that we didn't see before, which is region of interest. Here we have region of interest. I can click on region of interest, and now I can select an area I want to focus on like this. Now I only see this area and ignore all the rest. I focus only on this area. I can click again to make the region of interest invisible. Click one more time and make it visible. If I press Alt and click on region of interest, I delete the region of interest, and now I can create a new region of interest like this. I'm gonna press Alt and delete it like this. Now I'm gonna animate the text impossible. First, I'm gonna do something. Right click and pre-compose this text. Click on OK. Now we have a new pre-composition. I can double click on the pre-composition like this, and now we have impossible on its own. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit like this. I'll go to region of interest and I'm gonna draw a rectangle like this, only for the word. This is my region of interest. This is the only part I care about. And now here's what I'm gonna do. I go to composition, crop comp to region of interest. Now I click and notice now the new composition has the same size as the region of interest and everything else was deleted. Now I'm gonna animate this text. I'm gonna put the playhead at 3. Toggle this down. I go to animate and look for position. I go to the Y value of position. I'm gonna type 100, press enter. I'm gonna increase it even more, 110, and you see now the text is completely out of the composition. It's underneath it. I go to range selector. I'm gonna click on the stopwatch of offset. It's set to 0%. I'm gonna move by 1 second and I'm gonna increase it to 100%. Now we get this animation, and you see, because we cropped the composition, it looks like the text is coming from nowhere. We don't see it in the beginning because it's outside of the composition, and just like that it appears. I can go to comp 1 and see how this looks. This needs some adjustment later, that's okay. I'll go back to the comp and I'm gonna go to advanced. Based on characters, I'm gonna change this to word. Now the word appears like this. I'm gonna move this keyframe a little bit here. I'll make it half a second. I think this looks good. This is a good animation. I go to selection tool, make sure the pre-composition of the word is selected, and I'm gonna move this right here. I'm gonna play it one more time. Gonna place it up here. I think it looks good. Now I'm gonna do the same thing for this text. Is nothing. Right click, pre-composition. Okay, we have a new pre-composition. Double click, region of interest. I'm gonna set the region of interest like this. Next, composition, crop comp to region of interest. I go to 4 seconds. I click here, I toggle this down, animate, position. I go to the Y value of position, I'm gonna write 100. Now it's completely outside the composition. I go to range selector, offset, I click on the stopwatch, I move to 5 seconds after 1 second, and I'm gonna type 100%. Now the text appears like this, but I don't want it to come up character by character. I want it to come up word by word, so I go to advanced. Based on characters, I'm gonna change this to words. Let's play now. I think this looks good. Now back to comp 1. I need to move this here. Now let's play the text animation. I think this looks good. Now I'm gonna select the logo, right click, pre-compose. I'm also gonna pre-compose this logo. I'm gonna choose move all attributes into the new composition. This is very important, and click on OK. Now we have a pre-composition that contains the logo as you see, like this. And now I'm gonna apply an effect, an echo effect. I go to effects and presets, and I'm gonna look for echo. I type here echo, drag and drop to this layer. Now notice the effect we get when the logo moves. This is the echo effect. It still needs some adjustments. I'm gonna go here, number of echoes, I'm gonna choose 5 echoes, and I go to decay, I'm gonna type 0.5. Now it looks much better. Let's play. I think this looks good. This is a very nice animation, very nice effect. And as I showed you in the previous exercise, if I want to deactivate an effect, all I have to do is click here, and now it's deactivated. I can play it without the effect. Click here one more time, and now the effect is activated. I can play it with the effect. This effect selected, Control C, I'm gonna copy this effect. I'm gonna go to the word impossible, Control V, just like that. I pasted the same effect with the same settings here. Now notice we have a slight echo effect when the text moves. The echo effect only applies to moving objects. I think this looks nice. I'm gonna do the same thing for this text, is nothing. Control V, I paste the same effect with the same settings. Also, let's play now. I think this looks very nice. I'm gonna play the entire animation now. And now the exercise is finished. You go do the same, and don't forget to save.